Today we are in workshop 4.4. If you have not watched the previous workshops 4.1, 4.2 and 4.3, please go and watch it. Otherwise you will not have a continuation here in this video. This video primarily we are going to focus on that black box, which is going to build the transaction agent. We will have 3 action group. Each one will have a lambda function that will be wired to PostgreSQL. So that is what our objective of today's demo. Let us go and build it. So now we are going to create the agent for the second one, which will be the agent 2 underscore transaction. That will be the name of our agent. And the description, we are going to leave it as an optional here. Multi-agent, we will not check it. We will do that for our supervisor agent. So let us go ahead and click the create button at this time. Create it. So this is going to create our second agent. Let us click the model and choose the Navo Micro Demand and click apply. So now let us scroll down and we are in the instructions for the agent. Let us copy our instructions from the GitHub. So this is our instructions. Let us copy it and then we will go and paste it there. Let us paste it here and then let us see what the instructions we are talking. So this we are saying you are a transaction agent, you handle deposits, you handle withdrawals, you handle payments, you handle transfers, and you're also going to give the transaction history, and you're going to use the transaction APIs and database. Do not assume. Okay, so now let us go scroll down and click the add for the action group. We're going to create a new action group here. So before we create the action group, let us go ahead and create the lambda. Okay, so we're going to go to lambda and click create function. In order to create, we need to know the name. So let us go to the GitHub and find the name of what our function is. So let us go to the GitHub. So in the GitHub, I'm going to go scroll down to get recent transactions. So that is the new lambda we're going to code. Copy that name and come back and paste it here. And then the runtime, we're going to choose the same Python 3.12. And then for permissions, execution role, leave it default with the new execution role, and the additional configuration, leave it as a default, and then click create function. So now since the lambda is created, let's go to the action group and then we will continue filling up here. So the action group name, put this name, get recent transaction. Description, we will leave it blank. As you scroll down, we will check that button and then scroll down and we are going to choose the lambda function what we just created. The lambda function we created is the get recent transactions, and then scroll down, check the define via inline editor. We're going to delete the default schema, whatever it is, so select all and delete it. Now we're going to go to the GitHub and copy the one which I have created, uploaded in the GitHub. Go to this file, select all. This is the OpenAPI schema for this action group. Come back and paste it and then click create button. Click the save button here and then click save and exit here one more time. And let us go click edit and then we'll scroll to make sure what we have done is all looking good. So we created the action group, that is good. If you open that, we have created the OpenAPI schema, that is good. So let us take a look at it. So here the parameter what we are passing is the account ID, so that is only parameter. The limit, the next parameter limit is an optional. So for a given account ID, it's going to get the recent transaction. So that is what this OpenAPI schema is talking about it. Now let us go to the lambda function. Let us cancel here. We didn't save anything, we didn't edit anything, so we're just canceling it. Go to the lambda now we are going to go and fill up the remaining things what is pending in the Lambda. So let us copy the Lambda code from the GitHub, get transaction code, and come here and paste it here. Actually, before pasting, we have to go to zip. Okay, let us delete this. We have to upload the zip. So click upload from zip file and click upload and go to the zip file wherever we downloaded it. So as soon as you say we are going to copy it, let's copy it here. So the copied code is here. Let us see what else we have to do here. Click the deploy and let's take a look at this code quickly. Let's see, this code does get reason transaction function, and then it's going to take the account ID as the input, and it's going to connect to the database here, and then this is the SQL. It's going to find out the transactions for a given account ID. So that is all it does. The rest of them are all the typical things, and the action group name is, this is the action group which we just coded in the agent, right? That's the name of the action group. We just coded it there. So coming back to Lambda, so here we are going to go a bit faster, guys, in the essence of time, since we have done it everything in the first agent. Increase the timeout, and similarly you're going to go into permissions. You're going to go fast forward, copy the agent ARN here and paste it in the permissions, and then you would choose the invoke function and then click save. I have edited a lot of unwanted things, so that's why the video is looking a bit faster, because otherwise it will run forever. Click save, and then similarly go to the environment variables. Same thing, make sure to put your password. I have hidden it. Don't assume it's a blank. You have to put your password and then click save. And then we are in the VPC. We are doing the same thing, nothing different from what you guys did for other things. The only thing difference would be the agent ARN. Right now you're going to be pointing to the different agent. We are in the second agent, so that is the second agent here. So this time we are ready to test the agent. We are clicking the edit agent to make sure everything looks good here. That is the action group. Let us click save, and then before we prepare, let's click save and exit. Now I think let us prepare this. I think it's time for us to test this get reason transactions. So we're going to find the question to type in. Let's type in the question first before we go to the client. The question what we are typing is, show me all the transactions for account ID 4. So that is what we're going to be typing here. So let us see what it says. So it says one transaction for the account ID for 3200. And let's go to the database and see for account ID 4, what is the transaction? Where is the transaction account ID 4? The row number 31, that is the 3200 freelance payment Mercury messengers, which is what essentially mapping here. So that completes the testing of this action group and this Lambda. I think time for us to go to the next Lambda. Let us click the create button here, and then we're going to type in the name of the Lambda function. So let us go to the GitHub and find the next Lambda in our sequence, which would be, let us see which one we want to choose here. Let us do the transfer funds. So transfer funds, that is the name of the program we need to copy, but let's just copy the name first to put the name here. And then here we are going to go a little faster, so you may want to pause and keep going, right? If I go faster, you know why we are going faster, to avoid too long videos, right? So all these are the usual things which you guys did. The only difference would be the main code and the probably the action group. So we are going to go do the usual things here. Copy the, let's go to the edit agent builder. I think we let us link the lambda here and then complete it. Click the action group first. Let us go and fill the action group name, and name of the action group would be, so scroll down inside this program. At the end there's action group, so which is the transfer agents, transfer funds. Come here and copy it, and then description we leave it a blank, and we're going to check the define API schemas and select the existing lambda, choose the one which we just created, which is the transfer funds lambda. We saved it. We'll have to go back and finish the remaining things in lambda once we are done here. Okay, so let us take care of this API schema. Delete the default one, select all and delete it, and then go to GitHub and then copy, scroll up, and we should see the name OpenAPI schema for transfer, transfer funds. Select all and then copy it. Let us go to the agent and paste it here, and then let us do a create, click create. So at this point the action group should be ready for us now. So let us click save, save and exit. Click edit agent to just go inside to make sure anything else is left there. We are going inside the transfer agents to make sure whatever we typed in is all saved. But if you click the OpenAPI schema, let us go through what we have here. So here, let us see. So we are doing the transfer between from account and to account. What is the amount? So those are the three main parameters. The other parameter description is all optional here. Okay, but you can read it yourself. So let us click cancel, and then we are going to go to lambda and finish the function. Again, we are going to go faster here because we are just repeating the same actions what we did there for other lambda. Click upload from the zip file, select the zip and bring it, and immediately we are going to go and copy the program now, and then go to the program what we want to copy, which is the transfer funds. Select all and then copy it, and then come back and paste it, and then let's click the deployment function, deploy function button there. Okay, let us go and see what is going on. This function is to transfer funds. As usual, we will have a from account to account and then amount, and then if you scroll down, so these are the parameter which is coming across the wire, and here's the queries, right? It's going to insert into the public transaction. This is for debit. Similarly, if you scroll down, there is one for credit, since there are two transactions happening when a transfer happens. So as we scroll down, we see the update for two records, and then we are going to go and update the timeout here, and then we just did that timeout update, and then we are going to go to permissions and do this a little faster to avoid too much time on this video. So you guys are doing the same thing, copying the ARN and then pasting it here, and then select the lambda invoke function, and let us click save. Now let us click the environment variables. We are going to go faster here with 4 parameters. Make sure to put your password. Don't leave it blank. Without blank, with blank, it will not work. And then we are into VPC. Same thing here. Select the default VPC. Select the AZ wherever you want to go. Select the security group. Select the things which we did like before, and then save the VPC. At this point, we should be able to test the agent. Now we are in the agent. Let us go click the agent and let us do the prepare here. Let us prepare. So agent is prepared. Now it's time to test. So this is our question. The question is transfer $1,000 from account 1 to 2. Let's hit run. Let's see. Okay, it says sorry, I need the account IDs to proceed. Okay, all right, let's rephrase the question. We'll just insert the word ID and hit run. Let's see what it says now. Okay, now we got the answer. Looks like we need to improve the prompt. That's fine, but for now let's look at the answer. So it transferred $1,000 for the transaction number 47 debit, and of course 48 is a credit. So let us go and check in the database now whether whatever we did is correctly working. So you're looking at this first row, which is 12,000 before transfer, and the next row 34,000 after transfer. You're going to change $1,000 different, and now we are refreshing it. So now you will see the $1,000 difference, right? So that means let us also look at the transactions here. And right now there are 46 transactions here. We are ready to refresh it. Once you refresh, we will see 2 more transactions for the transfer out and transfer in. Okay, let us go and click it. The number 45 to 46, it's going to change another 2 more transactions. Okay, scroll down, and then we see 2 more transactions here. The first transaction from account ID, $1,000 is taken out and transferred to account 2. Similarly, the account 2 has got $1,000 in. So that means this test is complete at this point. So let us go and create the next Lambda function. The next Lambda function we are going to do for insert transaction. Okay, so let us go to the Lambda and then click the functions. We are in the Lambda main screen. Go and create the function. Before we create, let us go to the GitHub and then find which function we are going to be working next. So let us find the insert transactions, which is here. So this is the name of the Lambda we are going to be creating now. Let us come back and create function and put the name, function name as this one, whatever you copied, and then Python 3.12. Again, we are going to go a little faster here, so you might see the editing happens a little faster to save some time here. So if you want, just pause it or go to the first Lambda of each group and take a look at it, what you did for each of this. So now we will go to the agent complete and we'll come back later after the agent is complete. Okay, so let us click the agent tab. Okay, we are going to click edit and then we'll scroll down to create the action group here. Under the action group, click the create or add button here. So we need the action group name. To find out, let's go to the GitHub and find the action group name. If you scroll down, at the end we will have the syntax or spelling. Copy that, and that'll be our action group name. And then we will leave the description blank. And then if you scroll down, select that button, define with API schema. Now we are going to select our Lambda, which we just created, which is the insert transaction. Even though it is halfway through, we will go back and complete it after we save this action group. And then here the usual stuff, we're going to define inline schema, delete whatever it's showing up by default, go to the GitHub and copy this JSON. Let us scroll up, and the fourth one, select all, copy it, and come back and paste it. And then let us click create. At this point, the action group is created. So let us click save, and then save and exit. And then edit. Let us go and make sure whatever we did is correct, looking good. So action group, click the one which we just created. Scroll down. Let us go to the API schema and take a look at it. If you scroll down, this API schema is for inserting a transaction. The parameter we are passing is the account ID and the amount. Those are the two mandatory, even though there is a transaction type, a description, and one more parameter will be there, which is a related party. The third, fourth, and fifth are optional, because if you look at the 43rd line, required is only account ID and the amount. So that is the API schema, what we wanted to see. At this time, probably it is time to cancel it. We didn't edit anything, we didn't change, so we're just canceling and go to the Lambda. We're going to finish the rest of the things here. So what are we going to do? The usual stuff. Delete the default code, upload from the zip file, and then we're going to copy the Lambda from the GitHub, and then usual stuff. Again, we will go faster, cut the video to avoid too much time. Okay, so come to the GitHub and find the program what we wanted to copy, which is going to be insert transaction. Select all, copy it, and then go to Lambda and then paste it. So click the deploy function, and then let us scroll to see what is happening inside this Lambda. Scroll up. All right, so this Lambda function, as we said, it is to insert transaction. Insert transaction means it could be either deposit or withdrawal. So that's the kind of operations. Here, if you look at it, there are 5 parameters coming in. Even though 5 are here, only 2 are mandatory. And this is a connect database function, and we are going to insert into transactions for either deposit or withdrawal. So this is only one insert and one update into the account table, and rest of them are the usual stuff. There's nothing different from what we did in earlier Lambda functions. So now let us go and do the config tab to make sure the 4 or 5 things which we did. So we are going to go zip faster, and in case if you are not sure what we are doing it, you should go back to the very first Lambda and see it to make sure we are doing it correct. So this is the timeout. We are increasing the timeout. Click save. Permissions. Click add permission, and then we are going to fill up the usual one under the AWS service other. So you filled up everything like before and click save. And then let's go to the environment variables. You're going to do the 4 things again. Make sure to fill in your password before you click save. And we are in VPC, click edit. And then we're going to choose the VPC and everything, whatever we want to do, and click save. Okay. So at this time, we are ready with the Lambda. Okay, so now we are coming back to agent to do the testing. Let us see whether we can do this testing of this Lambda function. So let us go and click the edit here. We're going to change the model here quickly to just try a different model, nothing significant. So we're going to select the model and change the model to Nova Pro, and then we'll click apply, and then click save, and then save and exit, and then let us click the prepare button at this time. Okay, here is our question, guys, right? So we're going to say add $1,000 or $10,000 salary deposit from Bank of Mars to account 11. So we're going to deposit to account 11. So let us go to the database and take a look at it. Before we click enter, let's refresh it to see what is the value for the account 11 before the $10,000. So if you look at the row number 11, that is the account 11, it has got 3,900. So after the deposit, it should become 13,000, right? So let us make a note of it and then let us run it. Okay, so it said salary deposit of 10,000 from Bank of Mars has been successfully credited to account 11, the transaction number 49. Okay, so let us go and see whether that is reflecting in the database or not. So 3,900 should become 13,900. Let's refresh it and come back to the row number 11. So it is added another 10,000. So that first side is good. Let us go and check in the transaction. So in the transactions, you see the last two transactions, 47, 48. So if you rerun, it's going to have only one transaction, because for transfer you have two, but for insert we will have only one. Okay, so let us refresh it and see whether only one transaction should have added. That will be the right behavior instead of two for transfer, right? So here only one is added, which is the second column is the account ID, and it's for deposit of 10,000, okay, from Bank of Mars. So that means this test has been successful. And let us do a few more tests, right? So instead of deposit, I want to try different things. So I have a question here. So let us say, instead of directly saying deposit, let's copy this question saying that, let us paste it here, saying that I spent $45 at Miami Airport on account 11. Please record this transaction. So the same kind of operations we are telling in a different way. Okay, this is to get a drink and see whether this engine can do the same thing, but the input is different. I spent $45 in airport. Please record this transaction. And the response is expense of 45 at the Miami airport, successful. Okay, very good. So let us go and see the transaction. We're going to refresh it and let's scroll all the way down and see the 50th transaction for $45 withdrawal. So for account 11 for the expenses at the Miami airport. So the transaction table looks good. Let's go to the accounts and then refresh it. Okay, before that it is 39,920. We're going to reduce $45, right? If you reduce $45, it should be $875, $13,875. Let us refresh it. See, the updated balance is 13,875. So which means it also did some expenses. Earlier we did deposit, now we did the expenses. So that means at this point we have completed three major phases. The first one is the database, second one is the agent 1 user account, the third one is the agent 2 transactions. So the next phase is going to be the knowledge base.